Hello, hello. Yeah, I've got a different deck. It's sort of an idea that's jumped to me. I'm gonna go for it. Yeah, it's fully focusing on that blue aerial card, and it sort of came to me when I was in a scrimming session and I had Chi and Po set up with the aerial. I just thought you could really just go all in on this as the play and win every game with it. Um, from there as well, you can build more protection, like if you get a Cogsworth down as well. Of course, be prepared still the issue, but we can just dime tap and win, or hopefully they just don't be prepared. But against a lot of the steel decks, it is so strong to get Chi and Pal, Aerial, and then Cogs, and then just like keep protecting the Chi and Pal with any of the other characters or your removal. So I think there is some legs to this deck. Of course, I'll put a disclaimer of if you're going to a store champs or a regional, I haven't personally tested this deck enough to say it's meta defining good or bad. So, just keep that in mind. But I think it's got some legs to it. So I can walk you through it. Yeah, what I've been trying out here. But like I said, only a few games, but I think the theory there for it is quite nice. We are all in on the aerial being not just our dime target, but our win con. So we want her, and then we want to protect her so she can freely quest. And if you think about it, she's only got quest 4 times in the perfect scenario, and you've won. If you get lore from other characters, she's got quest even less. If you can get to 5 from Smee and Hook or something, she's only ever got a quest 3 times. If you have a dime set up, she's only ever really got a quest the amount of times that you can also dime tap her for. So I think it's quite good. But going through the list, we put some Captain Hooks in there just to try and win the boards and protect the Chi and Pal. Also more Bee King, Undisputed, and Tremaine things for it to hit. Because you can't really set up Aerial and set up a Chi and Pal if you're already behind on boards, because they'll just take it out and just kill everything. So I think yeah, he's there just sort of from the start, get it controlling. But a lot of the core components of Blue Steel's in here as well. I think Tinkerbell and Grab Your Swords is still like the best board equalizer. So you could do that, win the board back, and then be like, okay, now we get the aerial down, and then after she quests, because you can have her down, and then play the Chi and Pel afterwards. So you don't need them both on the same turn. You really just need to use the deck to protect her from when she's going to be exerted, and it should be smooth. Yeah, but as I say, ramp and everything else is quite the same. Cogsworth is even more useful here because I found even versus Greensteel, if you play Cogsworth and Aerial and just let her freely quest, it doesn't matter if they discarded your whole hand. Your board's got Ward. Bruno doesn't do anything. I mean, the highest attacker they have has got like a 3 attack, so it's going to take 2 of them, and that's saying that they have a Robin Hood and something else on board. A lot of their characters only have one, so they can't even get through that resist. And then we're down to one tower. I mean, we just need the room for other stuff. But I've only put one tower in there. It's not because it's a dime target. It's because it can retrieve the dime, and sometimes we're gonna have to wheel quite a lot, I think, to set this up. There might be a part where you have thrown your dime and you just want it back. So one there is, I think, pretty all right. What I wanted is I've been really messing around with these numbers. When I started, I put it up to 3 let it goes, just because it's like I don't really care how much ink you've got. I'm just going to throw your stuff in the inkwell and then keep questing with my aerial. Yeah, you can still take out some early characters with the baboom, so you don't lose the board too early. As I say, we're racing, so locations aren't that bad. But if we're behind and we need to win the board back, one Titan seems to be enough. But yeah, I really quite like this idea. Of course, Belle's been dropped just because we just don't need her. The ramp's nice from her, but the dime target is not what we're looking for here. So yeah, this is sort of the standard blue steel in a sense, really. But we're focusing really heavy in on the aerial being our finisher. I've had loads of games where it's like I'm going to play the aerial, and if you can't answer it, I've won. And even in the mirror now, if we have 4, we can go Cogsworth aerial and then another aerial, and threaten such an early finish. But yeah, of course you've got to look at their items as well. Maybe just don't break yours. We have no real way to deal with that except for the one Rise of Titans. So possibly we could go up the Rise of Titans. Hardhead Beast would be alright, but we need the space for Chi Empo because that sort of brings us all together. Questing for 3 is still not that bad, but yeah, you want her to be able to quest for maximum. Um, but yeah, no, I've been having quite a lot of fun with it. And as I say, this came from when I was scrimming and I played an aerial down, and the next time I protected her with Chi and Power, and it was like whatever you do, you couldn't stop me from getting 10 lore there on the spot, and then I just finish it off with a dime. So yeah, I think this deck's got some legs to it. Of course, disclaimer, it's fully in testing. When I said the mulligan, you'd mulligan the same as you would for blue steel, and then you'd ramp up to the Ariel and set her up, and try and quest out with her for the win. You need to ramp, you need to get to 6 ink to play her, but we don't have to be as aggressive with the ramp. We do want to set up the dime, so yeah, we'll just do the standard Quill route or the Mickey route if we need to. I mean, Smee, Mickey, Cogs, Ariel is also pretty good, and then throw a Chi and Pow to protect afterwards. So yeah, I think it's got some momentum behind it, and I'm going to keep testing it. Yeah, but it's been a hell of a lot of fun, and I could go for any mulligan guides or any matchup guides, but it's the same blue steel gameplay, but you just finish the game by protecting an area and letting her quest freely. And that's the only real way difference you play it. But if anyone gets a chance to scrim with this, please let me know how it goes for you. Any sort of changes on the deck. It'd be cool if this could be a bit more of a community thing where we all pitch in. That'd be nice to see. But yeah, I'm having fun with it, and just another different way to build blue steel.